Hello everybody, welcome to Sick of Shit Broadcasting. I am the host of this program, Mr. Sick of Shit. As you well know, I'm sick of the shit, just like you. 3 people that I'm always eager to criticize are the white-haired troll in the Geritol house. You know who I'm talking about. And the governor of Kentucky and the mayor of Louisville. I really don't have any use for any of them. I'm going to tell you why. I couldn't tell you how often, 2 within the last month, that I have met illegal immigrants, 1 Cuban, 1 Venezuelan, who have obviously got their rent being paid for them, and likely both have a SNAP card. Very likely. First one told me he was on the verge of being evicted. He's still in his apartment, so he obviously lied about that and a few other things. Now I meet a second one, and both of them in the same situation. Some of the situation. They have no transportation. They both claim that they want to work, but they have no legal authorization to work. You know what makes me angry is how cold and cruel-hearted these people who claim that they're trying to do something to help these immigrants. First of all, you're not doing anything to help them by bringing them here illegally. They enter the country as a criminal. As if that's not bad enough. You realize that Venezuela is emptying their prisons and sending the worst of their worst prisoners here because it's so easy for them to come here? They're probably fronting the money to send them to the border, and all they gotta do is just walk across. At any rate, these 2 that I'm telling you about, they have no transportation. One of them can read English. He speaks English. So he can get around if he's got like a bus pass or something. The other one, he doesn't appear to me to be able to speak, read, or write English at all. So even if someone were to get him a bus pass, he wouldn't be able to figure out what bus he needs to take. He wouldn't be able to figure out how to get back to his apartment or any of that. And the only place I can direct him to, reluctantly, but I feel sorry for him because he was lied to. I'm sorry, I do. I feel bad for these people. Because the fact of the matter is, quite frankly, if I lived in a place like Cuba, which the United States is very quickly heading toward being another Cuba, or another China, North Korea, what have you, that's what we're headed into. If I lived in a place like that, I wouldn't care if I went to another country legally or not. All I would care about would be getting the fuck away. That's the only thing I would care about. And going someplace where it's going to be better. Unfortunately, when it comes to governments, you don't know whether you're going someplace where it's going to be better or not. And a lot of the time, they find themselves in these kind of situations, especially if they can't understand English. They don't know how to get anywhere. They don't know what to do, where to go, who to talk to. Catholic Charities, I have no use for that organization at all. They haven't had any kind of programs here in Louisville whatsoever for American citizens at all for many years. Everything they do is geared towards immigrants. Likely illegals. Likely. So if you're a Catholic, you might want to have something to say to your diocese about what they're doing and the way they're doing it. Is it not bad enough that we have police getting the holy hell beat out of them by Venezuelan mob gangs? That's not bad enough. A 14-year-old girl in Georgia last week was raped and killed by one of these people. A little 7-year-old girl in Ireland raped by one of these people. Now we're talking the mob gangs here. We're not talking about your average illegals. As much as I really don't like the fact that they are here, most of them are decent people, other than the fact that they came here the way that they did. I interact with a lot of them at work, and they're really, most of them are pretty sweet. I don't like the way they got here, but most of them generally tend to be very well behaved. I have to at least give them that. The ones that really wreck my nerves are the ones that be trying to come in and get alcohol and tobacco, and they don't have an ID and they know they can't get it without one. As much as I really don't like doing it when they do come in with an ID, I'm sorry, at this point, I don't care if it's an American ID or not. I don't care. If it's from their home country, I'm going to accept it as long as it says that they are of age. I don't care anymore. If Biden doesn't give a shit about the law, I don't see any reason why I need to. I really just don't. That's where I am with it. I've been there for quite some time. And then you got so many governors and mayors that are just as cold-hearted and cruel as he is. They lie to these people to get them here. For what reason? For what reason? You're not going to do anything to help these people when they get here. Why bring them here? They can't progress. Maybe that's why they want them here. Is to keep them dependent. Get them on assistance and just keep them dependent. Homebound. Having the rent and the food and the water and what have you all coming in, but they can't elevate themselves. Maybe that's the reason why they're doing it. Could very well be. There were other groups of people here in this country that for a very long time, they did that to them, and it took a long time for them to catch on and figure out what was going on, but a lot of them eventually did. Now they work. And they still can't make it. Working. They still can't make it. Our government is screwed so bad. Biden and quite a few governors, a lot of mayors, I think they've just been screwed in their ears really bad too many times. And there's just nothing working in the middle anymore. Folks, I'm telling you, don't go anywhere by yourself. I don't care if you're a man, woman, single, with kids, married with kids, whatever. Don't go anywhere by yourself, and don't go anywhere with your kids by yourself. Always have at least one man with you at all times. And preferably one that's carrying a boomstick, or at least knows how to fight. Because you just don't know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, or where it's going to come from. You don't know. So, always be on the lookout. We shouldn't have to be doing that, but, that's the way it is. That's where this country is. Always be on the lookout. Always be noticing your environment and what's going on around you, so you can hopefully be ahead of the curve at all times. Protect yourself, protect your family, protect your kids. Till next time, Mr. Sick of Shit, signing out.